Shalom. All praises, blessings, glories, and honors to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Racha Kodash, and double honors to my elder apostles and bishop elders of Great Millstone who told me this truth, as well of men of like mind. Shalom wa chasad, which means peace and mercy to the elect of the nation of Israel, when we use so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians, and Israelite foreigners of the seed line of our forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, whom are scattered here in America, which is Babylon the Great, and abroad. And to you I say Shalom, beginning with the 144,000 prophets, and Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai willing, this lesson is edifying. My name is Quan Wath, and in today's lesson, we will comment on the verse of yesterday. I'd wanted to do a lesson on this particular verse, as I have a list of scriptures that goes hand in hand, but Spirit hadn't really hit me, so I'd like to make up for that today. The Lord is willing. Now, the verse of yesterday was the book of Proverbs, chapter 19, verse 21 in the GNT, which states, people may plan all kinds of things, but the Lord's will, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, is going to be done. And that is the simple truth, because contrary to popular belief, people in their ignorance believe that you only live once. And since you only live once, then you should so-called live life to the fullest. Excuse me. And this is an Epicureanistic mindset, whereby people believe that they have the liberty and freedom to do whatever they want, because they believe in so-called free will. You see, an Epicurean is one who focuses on satisfying the lust of the flesh instead of fulfilling their duties as Stoics. In fact, to highlight the habits of an Epicurean, and before I do, what is an Epicurean? By Google AI Overview. Epicurean habits are a way of life for such as an Epicurean that emphasizes finding joy in simple pleasures, practicing moderation, and avoiding pain. Epicureanism is based on the teachings of the ancient Greek philosopher Epicurus, as if one is saying curious. Epicurean habits include enjoy simple pleasures. Find joy in the simple pleasures of life, such as good food and drink, and the sensory experience of eating. An example of this is people who eat out of pleasure, because it's a pleasure. They eat all day because they find joy in it. And that is nothing more than greed, because such an individual is not eating to live, they're living to eat. Practice moderation. Avoid excess consumption of bodily pleasures, such as food and wine. Notwithstanding, many indulge in excess consumption of bodily pleasure, including food and wine. Be optimistic, stay upbeat, and keep your possibilities open. Many people are overly optimistic to the point where they ignorantly or willingly become arrogant, which develop into hubris, which is extreme pride. Avoid pain. Eliminate the fear of death and punishment to free yourself to pursue pleasure. And this is where the mindset of YOLO comes from. You only live once. So you gotta live life to your fullest. Eat as much as you want. Indulge in excess consumption as much as you can, including bodily pleasures. Because you only live once. There's free will to do whatever you want. Focus on positivity. Reframe, excuse me. Please forgive me for this annoying pop-up. Reframe negative thoughts and focus on the peace of mind that comes from satisfaction. Live modestly. Practice minimalism. Save money and live a moderate or modest lifestyle, which is not a bad thing. However, many people, due to overconsumption in this society, do not live moderate lifestyle. People can't even save money because of the cost of living and for goods and services and even for food. Yet people still find money to pay for their for their habits, to satisfy their habits. Find a sense of community. Enjoy the company of others. And the Most High is not about the community. Okay? Epicureans believe that pleasure is the starting point and end of a blessed life. And that is the point. The point is that an Epicurean is one that truly believes in living a YOLO lifestyle full of pleasure. Because they believe that pleasure is a starting point and end of a blessed life. So if you don't live a life full of pleasure, if you don't live a life that starts with pleasure and ends with pleasure, then you haven't truly lived a full life. Whereas a Stoic is one who lives their life to fulfill their duties. They disregard pleasures. This is not to say, however, that they don't have great times, favorable times, but they focus on their duties, the tasks at hand. They also believe that happiness is the highest good in the universe and that it can be achieved through tranquility and freedom. Oh, I'm free to do whatever I want. Free lib. Good example of that is feminism. The freedom of so-called choice for women. That's an Epicureanistic sentiment trait. And again, because of all that, people, Proverbs chapter 19 verse 20, and people may plan all kinds of things because they're in that mindset. But the Lord Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai's will is going to be done because the Lord has a greater purpose, a greater plan for man, including his own people, beginning with the elect. And so here is a list of scriptures I have to complement that scripture. As you can see it in the KJV, Proverbs chapter 16 verse 9, a man's heart, his mind deviseth his way, but the Lord Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, directeth his steps. Lamentations chapter 3, verse 37. Who is he that saith, and it cometh to pass? So who the hell is man, or anybody for that matter, to say that he'll do this and do that, and it cometh to pass? When the Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, commandeth it not? That's a question. Because Proverbs chapter 20, verse 24, man's goings are of the Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai. So, since man's goings are of the Lord, then how the hell and who is he that saith that he'll do this and he'll do that, and it cometh to pass? When the Lord commandeth it not. Because man's goings are of the Lord. How can a man then understand his own way? So, for you so-called Epicureans out there, how the hell could you understand your own way, since man's goings are of the Lord? In Proverbs chapter 16, verse 9, again, it says, a man's heart deviseth his way, but the Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, directeth his steps. Job chapter 33, verse 15 through 16, in a dream, in the vision of the night, when deep sleep falleth upon men, and the slumberings upon the bed. So when men are in deep sleep, slumbering upon their bed in the evening, verse 16, then he openeth the ears of men, and sealeth their instruction. That's when the Lord seals the instructions of men, of what we will do once we awake. I may have a plan to go to the gym tomorrow. And tomorrow comes, and the Lord has something else in store for you. Something might pop up, whereby you have to shift your focus away from the gym, or from the grocery store, or from a hobby, or whatever the case may be, because man's goings are of the Lord. Okay? And he openeth the ears of men, and seeth their instruction. Proverbs chapter 5, verse 21, for the ways of man are before the eyes of the Lord, and he pondereth Ba'ashem Yahushai, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, and he pondereth all his goings. Lord devises all the goings of men, all of men's goings. That's why we always have to be mindful to say, Lord is willing, we'll do this and we'll do that, which leads us to the book of James, chapter 4, verse 13 and 14. It says, go to now, ye that say, today or tomorrow we will go into such a city. So you might say today or tomorrow we'll go to this borough or that borough or this state or that state, for example, right? And continue there a year, or we'll stay there for a year or a couple of months, and buy and sell. Oh, we'll set up shop, we'll buy, we'll sell, we'll traffic, we'll trade, right? Between different merchants and people that are willing to buy and sell and get gain and make money, right? Whereas ye know not what shall be in the morrow. So you don't know what's going to be on the morrow. We don't know what's in store for tomorrow. For what is your life, right? So what the hell is our life, since we don't know what the Lord has in store for tomorrow? For what is your life? Is your life that great? Is your life that significant to the point where you believe that you'll be able to go to another city and continue there for a year and buy and sell and get gain? So go to now, ye that say these things. So what is your life? Because we don't know what shall be on the morrow. It is even a vapor. So our life is even as a vapor. One moment it's here, and next moment it's not. That appear for a little time, for a season, and then vanisheth away. Proverbs chapter 27, verse 1, boast not thyself of tomorrow, for thou knowest not what a day may bring forth. So we don't know what a day may bring forth. That's why we live each and every day as if it's our last, begging the Lord to have mercy upon us, or helping us to make it through the day. We live day by day, man. Give us this day our daily bread. We live day by day. Because we don't know what the Lord has in store for tomorrow. Remember, the ancient Babylonian kingdom fell in one night. You could just imagine it was all partying and having fun and reveling and rivaling. Then all of a sudden, they got attacked. And it fell. James chapter 4, verse 15 through 17. Again, it says, for that ye ought to say, if the Lord will. So Lord's willing, we'll do this. We'll do that. We'll live. Lord's willing. We shall live and do this or that. But now you rejoice in your boasting. See, and that's that Epicureanistic spirit. All such rejoicing is evil. So all such rejoicing, all such boasting is evil in the sight of the Lord. Therefore, to him that knoweth to do good, including not boasting of tomorrow, because all such rejoicing is evil, and doeth it not, to him it is sin. So to him that knoweth to do good and doeth it not, to him it is sin. And what is sin? The transgression of the laws, according to 1 John chapter 3, verse 4. All right, so with that, I'll conclude this lesson. Lord's willing, it has been edifying, sweet, straight to the point. And Lord's willing, you've learned something, and I'll catch y'all, Lord's willing, in the next lesson. Shalom to the elect.